Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for like the 30th time today. No, I'm just kidding. This is my like third time trying to film this now. Well, second and a half, I would say. We're talking about the You Beauty palette from Glaminatrix. I'm probably gonna miss things now because I've repeated myself so many times, but I bought this palette back in, I think it was early February sometime. It was on was it a pre-order? No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. It was a pre-order and mine ended up shipping pretty quickly because I got my order in like super quick. And I ended up receiving it in the mail earlier today, being March 31st, but this is gonna go up on April 1st for you guys. So the cover art is basically just like a landscape, and on the back side you get this cute little forest with animals and the ingredients list there in the middle. The actual palette color story itself looks like this. There's lots of blues and greens and reds and like these muted purple tones. It's super pretty. All of the shade names are like Australian terms or slang. So there is a note card that comes with it that gives you all of the shade name definitions and stuff. So I will try and put them up on the screen for you as I swatch them. But I will go ahead and swatch the palette for you guys. First, we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll get into doing an eye look. So far, I don't have anything on my face. I just primed my eyes, and I'm using my Urban Decay Primer Potion because that's what I always use, and I feel like it's the best test to working with new eyeshadow formulas. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into swatching this. I did try doing two looks earlier today and I was completely out of frame, so those will be posted on Instagram in photo format, but I won't have a tutorial for them anymore. So the first shade that I'm swatching is this shade called Straya. It's a beautiful kind of aquamarine shade, so there it is. The next shade is called Bloody Oath, and it is this beautiful kind of seafoam green muted shade. Also really pretty, kind of on the ashy side, but I think workable depending on where you use it. The third shade is called Chalkers, and it's a beautiful frosted kind of lavender shade. That's what it looks like on a finger swatch. And then let's get it on our arm. As you can see, I have swatches from earlier, but I had to wash them off, and then I realized my mic wasn't on, so we're going there again. The next shade is Stitch Up, which is like this kind of red tone brown. Since the release of this palette, they are going to be giving an option for a deeper shade for those who want the option to a deeper shade, because this wasn't a deep enough shade for deeper skin tones to, you know, deepen up an eye look with, which is reasonable. So I'm glad that they did that. You know, I feel like my pans are already running so low. I'm going to show you guys later, but this is the shade Fair Dinkum. It's like a beautiful, oh, why aren't you focusing? It's like a beautiful kind of navy teal shade. And I'm going to swatch that here next to the brown. So far, a really pretty color story. And then we have the shade Old Mate, which is kind of like your typical green brown type of shifty shadow, but like more of a lime green. It's really pretty. And there's kind of the brown shift to it. The next one is called She'll Be Right. This one's on the ashy side too. It's more of an ashy kind of purple tone. This one I will say isn't as workable as like the mint one. That will definitely not pull so great on deep skin tone. So I hope that they do choose to kind of provide a deeper version of that. They should maybe go with this version of the palette for light and then maybe have a deeper version. And then this shade is called Budgie Smugglers. It's a beautiful kind of orangey red tone. So I'll put that there. They do swatch really beautifully. They do have kind of a lot of kick up in the pan, but they are really pretty. This palette is so messy though. This shade is called Whoop Whoop. It's kind of like a yellow green, kind of like almost white shift to it. And we'll swatch that here. Okay, the next shade is called Struth, which is a mustard yellow shade. And we'll put that one right here. Kind of like a really sunny yellow. The next shade is called Flaming Gala. It has a green to pink to kind of bluey white shift. So there's that one. That one's kind of hard to capture on camera, but it is really, really pretty. And then the last shade is the shade that everyone kind of lost their minds over, which is called Good Day. It's kind of like a green to gold to gray to red. I don't know if I said red already. Shift. It's super pretty and super creamy. But there is the entire color story. I kind of want to play with just those shades there today. We'll see. We're going to zoom in. And for the 50,000th, 50,000th, what? I can't talk. This is what happens when you try to film so many times and you just can't anymore, okay? Breathe in, breathe out. We're obviously starting eyes first. I haven't done my complexion because there's a lot of kick up in this pan. Let me just show you. Okay, let me just show you how messy. This is from 2 eye looks and 2 times swatching. Like, look at that Good Day shade and look at this shade. So messy. And I know these are removable magnetic pans, but I could never. And I've already lost so much product in these pans. Do you see? Like, you can already see the rims on some because there's so much darn kick up. Oh, that's frustrating. That is frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna start with a Bdellium Tools brush. This is just kind of stained. I think that I'm gonna start with the shade Struth. Struth is like that bright kind of mustard yellow. And I think that's kind of what I want to go with. I think I want to do just like a beautiful sunny look, you know, because I was in a pretty sunny mood. And since my filming screw-ups, I have not been. So we're going to try to attempt it yet again. I'm just trying to take from the kick up that's already in the pan rather than trying to tap for more. Okay, I think next I'm going to go into the shade Bloody Oath, which is that kind of muted minty shade. I'm going to put that down here. I don't know if this is a mistake. It could very well be. And then I'm going to start blending it. I'm gonna do the same thing there on the other side. And it's okay if it gets messy on your lid because we will be able to clean that up later. I think what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go in with the shade Good Day. Am I gonna take that on a brush? I might. I think I might do some glitter glue. Yeah, I think we're gonna do a little bit of glitter glue. I just have this Japanesque 310 concealer brush. It looks like this. I'm gonna go ahead and put some NYX glitter glue on here. Just like a smudge of it. We're gonna go and take that right along our natural crease. I'm just gonna do the same thing on the other eye. And now I'm gonna go into that shade Good Day, which I think will work a lot better with the glitter glue because see how much is already packing on there, right? So we're gonna slowly pack some on. Yeah, I think that did a lot better. I'll obviously give you like good close-ups like later. I can't really do it from this angle. And do the same thing on this eye. This shade, I will say, if you're not careful, will have a lot of fallout too. I might have moved the camera. If I did, apologies. And there it is on the upper lid. So I think I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that Bloody Oath shade and really kind of blend this all together. I did get a little fallout again of that Good Day shade. So there it is. It's a Good Day shade. And I think I am going to take the shade Whoop Whoop, which is that kind of yellow to green shade. It's really flaky. Come on, you can autofocus camera. There you go. See, it's super flaky, so just be careful. I'm just gonna take that into the brow bone. Take a little bit more. And some on the side. So much kick up and fallout all over me. So just blend some of that yellow back in. Okay, so next, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Flaming Gala, which is that really light white shade. And I'm just gonna pop that in our inner corner. It's such a pretty inner corner shade. I feel like it could be a pretty highlighter too. Maybe we'll try it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, that it's in focus. Okay, I'm just gonna turn off the camera. I'm gonna go do the rest of my face. We'll come back and we'll finish up the eyes. Okay, so now that I'm back with my full face on, I'm gonna try going in with that Flaming Gala shade on just a fluffy brush. I'll try using that as a highlighter. Ooh, that's pretty. It's like a pink to green shift. That's really cool. I think this would make a great highlighter. Like, I would use this often. Oh, can you see that shift? I don't even know if you guys can see it. Oh, it's so pretty though. You just gotta use like the fluffiest brush. Make sure you take it up, because then get that really like ethereal look. Like, I'm getting green to pink shift. I don't think you guys are seeing the shift that I'm seeing. It's so pretty. I think I really like this shade. I always do the tip of my nose. I know a lot of people are like, don't do that. I don't care. I do it anyways. Let's do some on the chin. Okay, so to finish off the eyes, I think I'm just gonna go underneath with that Bloody Oath shade. We're just gonna do that kind of all along the lower lash line and really kind of blow it out. Same thing on this eye. All right, so for my eyes, I am going to line them. I think, what am I gonna use? I think I'll use this yellow Screamin' shade from LA Colors. It's part of their Shockwave line. There it is, Screamin'. This is the one I used on the look with the red eyeshadow as well. I do want to go in with a black liner. So I'm just going in with the Urban Decay waterline pencil in Legend. This one is better than their like regular line in Zero, their 24/7 Glide On. Make sure you get the waterline pencil. I find this one stays on way better and is definitely way more waterproof. The other one definitely doesn't stay in my tight line or my waterline. Another thing you can do actually is use your gel liner. Inglot has a really good one, and I really like that one. So, okay, there we go. I'm just gonna head off camera. I'm gonna go put on my mascara and some lip gloss, and then I'll be back to share my final thoughts. All right, so I went ahead and put on some mascara. I've really kind of been staying away from fake lashes lately. I feel like it's just kind of easier to do my looks with just mascara. I just feel like a glossy lip looks better than a matte, chalky looking dry lip, you know? So, final thought. I love this eye look. I loved the other two eye looks I created. I would not say that the mattes in this palette are exactly beginner friendly. And also, I would say this palette doesn't have a million unique shades. It's got this unique shade, this one's probably unique, and that one's probably unique. So really, I don't know. If this is something that you feel is missing from your collection, I would say go for it. It is very, very pricey. It's about, I think, around $100 US, including shipping. So just be mindful of that. You know, if you don't need something like this in your collection, you don't need to buy it. So that being said, my final thoughts are, I think that the mattes in this palette are okay. I think the shimmers in this palette are pretty, but I don't think there's anything particularly unique about them. I've used every single shade in this palette now. The first two looks that I did, I used all of the shades, and I don't have that to show you because I was out of frame. I can insert a clip of the two looks here. Yes, I know, they were beautiful looks. I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to get good footage of them for you guys, but I mean, they weren't really hard to do. What I can do is I can name out the shades that I used for you if you want on Instagram, and you can take a look. But I still feel like this one's really unique. Like, they're all such different looks that I feel like you can get enough variation with this palette. But also, I don't think it's something that hasn't been done before. Like, palette wise, maybe not, but like each of the shades, the uniqueness of them, they're really not that unique. This gives me a lot of subculture vibes, so there's that. Also a little bit of Club Nebula vibes, just a little bit. So I think it's a really beautiful color story. I think the formula on the mattes it needs a little more work probably. They're not terrible, but they're really not the best. And because of the amount of kick up, do you guys remember how people were complaining about subculture and that they were running out of product? Like, I've already, like, I can see the side of the rim on the brown one, the red one, even this one, the yellow, even the navy. So that's pretty much all of them. Like, I can see quite a dip already even in this purple matte, the ash one. I don't know. So that's kind of unfortunate. Even with the shimmers, like, I feel like I've already used up so much of them, even though I've literally only used them on my eyes 3 times, and I've swatched them about 3 times now because I tried filming that part 3 times. Don't ask. 3rd time was the charm, clearly. The shade Flaming Gala as a highlighter is absolutely stunning. I think it's so beautiful. I think because it has such a sheer base, like, it could work as a highlight even on a lighter skin tone. It just kind of has like a little bit of multi-chromeness to it. So it's super pretty. Price-wise, I think this is a palette that before you bite the bullet, really think about it, really take a look at your collection, really look at other options within other indie brands to see if there are dupes for particular shades that you want. Like, say you just want this and you only want it for Old Mate, Flaming Gala, and Good Day. take a look at like Terra Moons or Cliona or someone, see if they have something similar, because I don't know that you need this palette for 3 shades for $100. You know what I mean? That being said, you can always refer to videos. I know Millie always has some. You can check her out at Bad to the Brow. I know Amy Loves has a lot of like the Cliona shades and a lot of the Terra Moons, so you can check them out. There's a lot of resources out there, so definitely do your homework before you bite the bullet to buy them. Now, also, I don't know why they're getting themselves into another pre-order already. It is opening up for pre-order on Saturday, April 3rd. I'll have the time either here or listed down in the description bar below. But I remember the first pre-order, they said that they weren't going to open another pre-order until they felt like they were, you know, on track to shipping everything out, and so they didn't want to overwhelm themselves, which is fine. But I have friends who ordered like literally within seconds of me, whose orders are maybe 200 orders or less behind mine, and they're still haven't shipped. Like they haven't received their shipping notice. So I don't know why they're already offering that second pre-order, unless they're doing that pre-order and it's going to ship way later. But just, you know, just to note that. So the only other differences in this palette compared to when they originally released it, Flaming Gala actually used to be this shade here, which was Budgie Smugglers, and Budgie Smugglers was actually Flaming Gala. So the red was Flaming Gala, but they had to switch them because this shade was making... No, this shade was making this one dirty. I don't remember. This shade here, Stitch Up, they've now provided a deeper option. So you can either get this shade or one that's a little bit darker. I'll try and pop that up on the screen here for you guys so you can see the difference in them. And yeah, other than that, I know they're also going to be changing the formula slightly of this shade and this shade, because many people who received this palette received it with this shade and this shade, or either or shattered. They were able to repress them because this formula is so creamy, it's easy to repress. But just for the risk of them not breaking, they are going to be reformulating them a little bit. And I think that probably just means that they're going to add a little bit more binder to it to hold it together a little bit better. So I don't think it should be too much of a change. But it may affect application. So, you know, if you get a future one, it may do better than how mine was doing. I don't know. I can't be the judge of that because I have the original, I guess. I don't know. I haven't been offered any of those options. Yeah. So if you need this palette and you have the money and you feel like you don't have it in your collection already, then go for it. If you have stuff like this, it's not anything different. So don't lose your mind just because of one shade, right? Try and, you know, come back to reality and be like, okay, can I find this shade somewhere else? If you can just find that solo shade for like, you know, $20 and under as a multi-chrome on its own, then do that instead of spending $100 just to get a bunch of other shades for one shade in a palette. You know what I mean? So really think wisely before you make your decision. I will have a link to their website and everything down below, and I'll have everything listed for time and all of that stuff for the next pre-order that's opening up on Saturday. I just wanted to get this video out for you guys before that, just so in case you were looking for a review or wanted to know some thoughts, real talk, you know, that's what I'm here for. I'm not going to pressure you ever to go and buy something that you don't necessarily need. So I want to be as honest as possible. So that being said, it's a good palette, but I wouldn't say it's like one of the best palettes. So I also do want to say that's only based off of like my first impressions, because I've only now used this palette 3 times, but after the first 2 looks that I did and then doing this look, I kind of had a better idea of how to go in with this palette for this look. Now, if you're deeper skin tone, I don't know that I would recommend this palette because there are so few shades I feel like that will actually work well for you. Like you can also already write off like She'll Be Right, and then Bloody Oath might not work, and then Stitch Up you would probably have to switch out for the darker shade option that they're now providing. I feel like I bought this for the shimmers. I bought this for the 3 shades. I bought this palette for, no, I bought it for 4 shades. I bought it for Straya, which is that aqua blue. I bought it for Old Mate, for Flaming Gala, and Good Day. That's the only reason I bought this palette. Did I just waste my money? Kinda, sorta. Do I regret it? A little bit. And that's not to put down Glaminatrix, because I'm sure their stuff is great quality, and I know they have singles and other things, and I would definitely purchase from their brand again should something intrigue me, although I might try their singles instead, because I've seen a lot of beautiful singles on their website. So I probably will not splurge for a palette like that again, at least not anytime soon, because I shouldn't be. And yeah, so that's it for this review. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Throw me a thumbs up or thumbs down depending on your feelings after watching this video in the little, you know, thing down below. Leave me a comment. Let me know, did you pick up this palette? What are your feelings? Are you going to be picking up this palette, or now are you unsure? If you want to see anything else with respect to this palette, let me know. I can always hop onto Instagram stories or something like that and show you guys more about the palette. If you want to see more up close swatches, if you want me to try and catch the shifts a little bit better for you, I can always do that kind of stuff. But yeah, besides that, that's all I've got for you guys today. I hope that you're all doing well. Until next time, you guys, stay safe and be kind. Bye.